The best cocktails with just 2 ingredients. Ever found yourself with a bunch of friends over, a few lonely bottles of booze and 0 clues on what to mix? Fear not, my friends, you don't need a chemistry set to whip up a killer drink. Today I'm your cocktail superhero, revealing several mind-blowing 2-ingredient drinks, such as Codder, Gin Harlow, Bravel Bull, Fernandito, Gimlet, Campari and IPA Spritzer. I'm not going to make too obvious drinks like gin and tonic, Cuba Libre, mimosa, scotch and soda, Garibaldi and such. Some of them I've already made, the last video on 2-ingredient cocktails, check it out, and the rest you can handle without my help. So hit like and let's begin. The Codder, also known as Cape Cod or the lazy person's fancy drink, is basically a vodka cranberry from Massachusetts. It's so easy to make, you could do it with one hand tied behind your back. Just vodka, cranberry juice and a lime wedge for garnish. Fancy vodka? Nah, save your cash for something else, like a second Cape Codder. Fill the highball glass with ice. Now add vodka, 1.5 ounce 45 ml, and cranberry juice. Originally ocean spray, but you can use whatever you like. Twice as much as vodka, so about 3 ounces, 90 milliliters. Stir a little, a bit more ice, and garnish with a lime wedge. And this is how you make vodka cranberry, also known as Cape Codder. Since I'm making 2-ingredient cocktails today, I'm not going to squeeze the lime wedge, but it sure helps if your cranberry juice is not too bright. Also, a couple dashes of Angostura bitters help to elevate this easy mix. Cape Cod is a part of vodka cranberry family, including the Sea Breeze with cranberry and grapefruit juices, the Bay Breeze, cranberry and pineapple juice, and Madras with orange juice. Whether you're chilling with imaginary high society on a yacht or kicking it on your porch, the Cape Cod has got you covered. Cheers for keeping it simple and sassy. The next one is Gin Harlow. It's a classic sip from the 1930s, inspired by the legendary actress herself. Miss Harlow had a thing for it, and who can blame her? Equal parts of white rum and sweet vermouth is like a variation on the Manhattan. Just a heads up, this drink is smoother than a summer breeze, but it packs a punch, so sip wisely. For this cocktail we're gonna need a stirring glass, to which we're gonna add white rum, 1 ounce, 30 milliliters, and sweet vermouth, also 1 ounce, 30 milliliters. Fill the mixing glass with ice and stir thoroughly to chill and dilute this cocktail. Strain to the cocktail glass and garnish with an orange peel. This is a better version of the Manhattan. If I could add the 3rd ingredient, I would add a little bit of orange bitters on top. If you like rum and you like strong cocktails, this one is for you. The Bravel Bull cocktail appeared in 1972 in Trader Vic's Bartender's Guide. And you can say it's a twist on the Black Russian, with tequila instead of vodka. I actually like to make a white Mexican, is what I call it. A white Russian with tequila instead of vodka, but that's one ingredient too many for today's video. If you want, I can make a whole video about white Russians with different spirits. Fill the old-fashioned glass with ice. Then take tequila. You can use tequila blanco, but for cocktails with a lot of tequila and not much else, I prefer using something like añejo or reposado. So 2 ounces or 60 milliliters of tequila añejo. And coffee liqueur, Kahlua or any other. 1 ounce, 30 milliliters. Stir thoroughly. And this is how you make Bravel Bull, a strong but pretty nice cocktail. It's sweet, but not too sweet. If you like the old-fashioned or something like that, you'll definitely need to check this out. And I like it better with añejo tequila. Fernandito, also known as Fernet con Coca. Fernet is Italy's gift to the world of Amara, a bitter spirit that's like a botanical garden in a bottle, packed with everything from chamomile to mint to saffron to myrrh, all swimming in grape spirit. It's quite bitter and strong, 40 to 45% alcohol, so be prepared. You can enjoy it like the Italians do, chilled, on the rocks or bravely at room temperature as a digestive, or in a cocktail like Fernandito or Fernet con Coca. In Argentina, this cocktail is as common as seeing a dog walker in Buenos Aires. It's their gin and tonic. The legend goes that in Cordoba, a bartender named Oscar El Negro Baserra whipped up the first Fernandito in the 70s, and it's been a hit ever since. So let's make one. The cocktail is mixed directly in a highball glass, to which we're gonna add ice, Fernet, 1.5 ounce, 45 milliliters, and Coke. To me, the best ratio is 1 to 2.5-ish, so about 3.5 ounce. Garnish with a lime wheel. And this is how you make Fernet con Coca, or Fernandito. Think of it as herbal, minty, not too sweet, Coke with a little oomph. Gimlet. Back in the 19th century, British sailors were all about that lime life, chugging it down to dodge scurvy. But let's face it, plain lime juice is about as exciting as watching paint dry, so they jazzed it up with a splash of spirits. Then came along Lachlan Rose, who thought why not preserve with sugar instead of booze. And just like that, Rose's lime juice cordial was born, perfect for sailors and teetotalers alike. A gimlet is a mix of this lime cordial and gin. If you don't have a cordial, you can easily make it. I have a video about that, check it out, link is in the description to this video. This cocktail is stirred in a mixing glass, to which we're gonna add dry gin, 1.5 ounce, 45 milliliters, and lime cordial, also 1.5 ounce, 45 milliliters. Fill the mixing glass with ice and stir thoroughly. And then strain to the coupe glass. Garnish with a lime peel. And this is how you make gimlet. If you don't have lime cordial and you don't want to make one, you can just use equal parts of lime juice and simple syrup instead. It won't be as clear or as limey, but it'll get the work done. And the last cocktail for today is Campari and IPA Spritzer. The drink was in New York Times article on summer cocktails, which describes it as an offhand work of genius that ripens as the ice melts and the ale warms, as bitter citrus fuses with floral hops, as juicy bursts of grapefruit explode like sunsets pancaking on the horizon. Well, it's not summer anymore, in my hemisphere at least, but I have to try it. Fill the highball glass with ice, Campari or other Italian red bitter liqueur, 1.5 ounce, 45 milliliters, and about half a can of IPA beer, about 6 ounces, 180 milliliters, and garnish with an orange peel. Stir it to mix it all up. And this is how you make IPA and Campari Spritzer. By the way, if you have a better name for this cocktail, comment below. I'm not a big fan of IPA beers, but this one is better than just beer itself. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Check out the other 2-ingredient cocktails like Lele Spritz, Garibaldi Dark and Stormy and Godfather, or watch a video about cocktails with just vodka. All the recipes in text form are on my website, thedrcork.com. Also join my YouTube membership or become a patron. Drink responsibly, and as always, до свидос!